and welcome to How to Deal When the Shit Gets Real podcast. I'm Marietta.
And I'm Connie. And today we are having our bonus episode. So this previous episode where Rietta interviewed Robin without me because I have a child and things happen.
All by myself.
Oh, please. You were like, finally, this my annoying cousin isn't there to butt in. Tell me a little bit about Robin's episode since I have yet to even hear it.
Yeah, now you have an excuse to go listen to one of our podcasts episodes.
Oh, yeah. And I don't even have to listen to myself. That's like literally what I hate is listening to myself. Ugh.
Yeah, and I have to do it all the time.
Yep, that's why it's your job and not mine.
Robin is great. I've talked to Robin myself several times because Robin helped me write a scene for my book because I wrote a tarot card scene and I wanted to make sure it was accurate. And then did the podcast episode with her. And then I actually did a reading with her myself.
How was the reading?
Because she's so awesome. She is very, very intuitive.
Even across a screen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like before I even logged in, which she had told me this when I talked to her on the podcast, that she like starts getting your energy before she even stops talking to you. Like she starts shuffling the cards and stuff starts coming up. So like I logged in and she's already holding up a card and I'm like, what's happening?
Oh my God. It's like a whole new world.
Yeah. The thing that was really cool was she was like, you are very intuitive. So you need to figure out like if you want to do like this or work with crystals or whatever. And I mean, I've always felt intuitive. I'm an empath, so I feel like that's kind of a natural progression. But the advice that she gave for the podcast, which is more reason for you to listen to it, was awesome because she was just talking about like listening to yourself and getting rid of those negative thoughts in your head that make you think that you can't do things. Basically rewiring your brain so that
we've had a lot of people on like that. It's a very in thing.
But she really got into like, not all of them have gotten into the process of your brain. Like she got into like the whole process of your brain and how if you keep telling yourself over and over and over again that like she was talking about, she had it in her mind that if she dated somebody, they were eventually going to leave her. And so then everybody she dated always abandoned her because she literally had this thought in her brain and then kind of like made it happen every time. So it was just really interesting to hear her say that, and it made you start to think about your own thoughts that you have that you replay in your head that might necessarily be true. Like, what's one that you might have, Connie, that you think about often? I'm sure you've got one. You're a new mom. You're a wife. You were just talking about your job.
I'd say like weight.
There you go. That's a good one. That you feel like you're always going to be what you are. There's no changing.
And now I have to lose like 5+ pounds for a wedding because I don't even know what happened, but here we are.
Well, you had a baby.
Well, no, I know. And it's just so difficult because I tried on the dress like mid-pregnancy and then like I thought I ordered the right size, but I was like I thought I ordered like not a size up, but kind of. And now I don't fit into it. But I mean, it wasn't a size up. It was like my normal size. Not pre-pregnancy, but like it's been actually like a size that I've been wearing after pregnancy. But now I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
I feel like that's a good conversation though, too, because I was talking about that with Kyle because Kyle just bought me a birthday present and he's like, obviously I know what size you are. I've been with you forever. But I still never know what size to get you because unlike men's sizes always seems to be, men's sizes always seem to be very universal, but women's sizes, it's like small, medium, large, extra large, small.
And I remember trying it on a 16 and I was 6 months pregnant. So I'm like pretty in the middle of pregnancy and it was fine. And now all of a sudden it fit. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But I think it's my boobs are too big, honestly.
I'm assuming it was the sample dress. I almost wonder too, because like so many people have tried it on that it's
that's like very true.
Gotten stretched out.
And it's an online company where they just send you random samples and they're not necessarily the same cut. And I believe the size 16 that I tried on was a different cut. Like it was a different cut dress. I think that's actually where the problem is. I tried on the same dress that I did order, but in a larger size, and that one was really big. So I was like, oh no, so this size would be the right size, but it must have just got all messed up. So now I have to lose like
See?
at least 5 pounds.
See, there again proves that like a 16 in this brand and a 16 in this brand are not the same.
Or at least the same, or at least a 16 in this style and that style. Because I mean, it's all the same brand, it's all the same company, but still,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
different cuts or whatever, but still, like you would think that a 16 would be universal across all companies, all
yes.
places, all.
It drives Tom wild that like our pant sizes are like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all numerical and it's not the amount of like your actual waist size, like from a tape
Yes.
measure, like how men's are. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you there.
The
Welcome
only
to
place that does do that is the Buckle, which is one of the reasons that I love the Buckle. But they do that. Like I go in there and I think I'm a 28 or whatever. So they do that.
Mhm.
But I get what he's saying. Again, massive differences. Men are 30, 32, blah, 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 blah. And we're 0, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yep. Whatever. Yeah. It's so dumb. Okay. So what about, okay, if I was thinking about like my weight, so then I have to reprogram it to be like, yeah, you are going to lose weight, basically, right?
Or just something, not even necessarily that you're going to lose weight, but like something positive, like not defining yourself and thinking badly or poorly because you weigh this amount, so you're ugly, or you weigh this amount, so you're whatever. Like,
oh, that's into reprogramming a whole lifetime of hurt.
Well, that's exactly what she was talking about, because that's what she was saying, that she always thought that she was going to be abandoned. So all these relationships ended. She was always by herself until she was like, nope, I'm not going to get abandoned anymore. I'm done with this.
Nice. How did it go with the tarot card reading for your book? And this is the new book that's out, right?
It is the new book that's out, and it was very helpful because I'm somebody, when I write something, I want it to be accurate. Like I don't want somebody to pick it up and be like, the fuck? This is not how this goes. The hell is this girl talking about? So it was very helpful because she told me like the processes and like what each card meant. Or it's a lot like regular cards. Like there's different suits, but
yeah,
I don't remember what she called them. I don't think it was suits, but there's like different categories. Mm-hmm. And then those different categories mean different things. So it was very helpful. And then she talked about like how some people use crystals and some people sage the room before they start. So like the whole process, what she does before she starts. And then I actually sent her the chapter after I wrote it and got her opinion. And she's like, this is great. This is perfect. You did awesome. Loved it. So it was very, very helpful. And it was just awesome that she was willing to do that just to give me some of her time.
Yeah, and then this book, this is like a choose your own ending, basically. Like you get to choose where the character goes. Was that hard to write? That sounds hard to write.
It actually wasn't too bad. It randomly came to me when I was like 40% through. I had reached a point and I was like, I don't know who I want her to end up with, because I had written these. I originally knew at the beginning I wanted her to be with a certain person. And then I threw this other guy in and I'm like, crap, I don't know who I want her to be with. And I was like, what if I just write both of them and then people can pick?
That's amazing.
It'd be fun. And I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I loved those books. And Jackson, my kid, loves those books. He has this really cool Star Wars book where he can like, it's more than one choice. He can like pick one and then pick another one and pick another one and then pick another one. And he can end up in all these different. And I was like, wouldn't that be cool as an adult?
Yeah. So it was only like one thing that they had to pick, or did they just pick like multiple moments?
No, it was just one thing. I think multiple
would be hard.
Yeah. It would be confusing and it would be very hard because the two wasn't necessarily hard, but like keeping the story straight so that I wasn't confusing them and crossing my wires was the only thing that was hard. So if I added in more, I would have just really confused myself. So it would have just not have been a good idea.
You would have to like, okay, you know that meme where the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia has like a red string and it's like everywhere in the board in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have to be like that. You would have to be like that psycho person, because that's exactly what would happen.
That is 150% what would happen. But it was really fun to write both options. And it's been so fun to see like who people pick and who they like and why.
It goes back to Twilight, Team Jacob or Team Edward. Oh
Oh, there you
God.
go. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. I actually thought about because I watch it in the background just sometimes when I'm like relaxing. Gilmore Girls, Team Jess or Team Dean.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. I
Who
love
were
Gilmore
you?
Girls. Uh,
Oh, I'm ready.
it's hard to say. I'm like really more like Team Logan, honestly. I don't know.
Oh, okay, you like Logan.
I kind of like loved and hate all three of them. I'm definitely really not a it's and then like how now I like look back at them and I'm like, I I'm like, why did I like any of these guys? And then, and that, no, and then I like question Rory. What were you doing breaking up Dean's marriage? How did you
Yeah,
think that that was going to go in a small town?
I know, right?
I
It's
feel
funny you say that.
so bad for Dean now.
Yeah,
He built you a car. What
I know,
the
right?
fuck?
It's funny you say that though, because like I've been watching it now, and I'm like, I don't like them all of the characters as much. Like Lorelai drives me crazy, and Rory's cool up to a point, but like when she reaches like college, I'm like, oh my god, I can't stand this girl.
Yeah. I like the only thing that I still and probably will forever like is Lorelai's relationship with Rory, but that's like about
Yes,
it.
yeah, no, I
And
agree with you.
I also feel so bad for Luke.
Yes,
Lorelai can't get her shit together. Then like all of a sudden, okay. Also, why did all of a sudden Luke become a moron with the
yes,
wedding? Like it makes no
yes,
sense.
exactly. I know there's a lot of things that you're like, damn it, why? But like,
I still love it, but I'm still like, what? Wait, all of a sudden you're not going to share with Lorelai, and Lorelai has now been sharing everything with you, and you were
yeah,
so upset with her, but now you're gonna be an idiot. What?
yeah, it was very like all over the place. And then like when they made the new season, they totally changed Rory's personality. I was like, that's not even the same girl. Like, what is going on here? Like,
Wait, oh, when they made the seasons or whatever, the
yeah,
four.
the year in the life, like the one
Mhm.
newest season, I was like, this isn't even. It was so annoying. I could hardly watch it, but I will forever be Team Angel because David Boreanaz is my man crush forever.
Yeah, see, yeah, I think I liked. It's like at one time I feel like I liked all three of the characters, Dean, Jess, and like Logan. Like it just rotated depending on which time I saw Gilmore Girls. Yes, because he's like the longest one.
Yeah, he is the longest one. I'm always
But
like,
I
oh
mean,
yeah,
I
Logan.
but I also like don't understand why did all of a sudden did you become a party girl? We're gonna have to call this the Gilmore Girl episode.
Or just the 90s episode. We're taking it back. I brought up, Buffy the Vampire Slayer too, which is
Yes.
probably a little old for you. I feel
No,
like
I mean I remember I saw
watch it.
random episodes.
Yeah, but you
I
didn't like watch it. See, like
Yeah.
that was a show I watched every week. No, without a doubt.
Yeah, no, that was Gilmore Girls. Or
So, okay, then we'll
Charmed.
go back to Twilight. Then were you team Edward or were you team Jacob?
Edward, because I thought vampires were cooler.
See, I was
But
team
now,
Jacob.
but see, now I think the whole thing is ridiculous. So I think I went back and watched the movies for funsies because they were all on, and why not?
Why not?
When there's nothing else to watch, why not? And I was like, oh God, this is just all the acting so. We liked these. What the fuck? So
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, the acting was really bad. I always end up liking the books better. I really enjoyed the books.
The books at least make it seem less ridiculous. The movies make it like now I look back, I'm like, this whole thing is ridiculous. And I'm like, were the books that bad? I don't even remember. I haven't read the books in forever.
All right. Well, now I have to go here, and hopefully, I don't even know if you've seen this, but because we're getting out of the 90s and coming back to where we are right now. So You is huge right now, right?
Oh yes.
And I read the books, and I was
Uh-huh.
literally yelling at the TV, and Kyle was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Because season 2 and book 2 were so different that I was
Mhm.
legit mad. I was like, "What is
That's
happening right now?"
Did they come back to like the books in season 3 and 4? No, it's just completely different.
No, because they took such a turn in season
Okay.
2 that
That you're
like
just mad at it.
that I'm like now this season that's happening right now, which I there's not a book 4 yet. Her book 4 doesn't come out until April, but I do like what they're doing right now. It's like what do you call it? Like a who done it, a
Yes.
Clue type situation.
No, and it's so funny because okay, I'm gonna blame the Harry Potter game that just came out because me and Tom have been playing that. But like
Is it
at
good?
first,
Real quick.
it's
Okay, because Jackson wants to play it really bad.
oh yeah, it's great.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get it for him.
I'm like super lame at playing video games, but I really like it. So even my lame ass can play.
I love it.
Is all I have to say about it. But no, it's fucking awesome. Anyway, like at first I was like, oh, they're just doing the whole fucking same thing again. Like when I was watching like the first episode that came out, and like I must have missed a part of it. Like I must have like walked away with the baby, and then I realized, oh no, like we had to go back and rewatch it because like it wasn't holding my attention. I was like, they're just doing the same fucking thing all fucking over again. Like like this is so stupid because I'm like, I'm just tired of like, okay, he finds a girl, stalks her, and let's just do the same loop again and just do the same loop again and just do the same loop again. And I'm like, I swear to God, if it's another of the same thing.
And it's not.
And it's not. So now I'm like, okay, it's kind of gotten my attention again.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. And Kyle even was like, because I got Kyle watching with me, he's like, this season is so much better than last season.
Yeah, I agree.
The one main thing that I will say, and if anybody
love drove me crazy.
Well, here you go. If you guys haven't read the books and you plan on it, skip the next like minute if you don't want this spoiler. So Love was not like that in the books at all. She was not a murderer. She didn't do any of that in the books. That was one of the biggest changes. That was not Love at all. At the end of the book, he ended up in jail for Henderson's murder. He ended up getting out, like they couldn't prove that he did it. And Love paid him $4 million to go away.
Oh.
She didn't want anything to do with him. She never killed anybody. He did tell her the truth, like he did in the show. He told her the truth about himself. But she never, ever was fucking psychotic like that.
Does that make it better or worse?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's better or worse. It's just different. And I do appreciate that it's a different interpretation and it still made it interesting.
Well, they had to have, you know what? I bet you they had to do that because like you said, the 4th book isn't out yet and they want to keep making seasons.
Very could be. And like the author, it shows it that she's like I don't even know if she's an executive producer, but she's at least like she gives her opinion
input.
Or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what the word is that they use for it, but so she is a part of it. So I'm sure she's fine with it. It's just that's why I was yelling at the TV. I'm like, this is not what happened at all.
Like this is bullshit.
I'm like, what is happening?
Wait, was season 1 on par with the books?
Season 1 was fairly on par because there was actually a decent difference in that, but that was the part that kind of led into book 2. Candace never existed. The only thing you ever knew about Candace was that like that was his first girlfriend and he killed her. She never came back. She was never back again. None of that happened either, which is another big plot in the show.
If you just started watching, you skip over this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Spoilers, but everybody out there, I'm pretty sure at this point, most people that have started watching it because they're so addicted to it, like I already binged the entire 4th season. Well, what's out so far? I feel like most people, if they're into it, they've already. No,
I've only gotten 2 episodes in, but that's what happens when you have a little baby.
Yeah, you have a baby. You'll see it soon enough.
And I have to wait for Tom because I think Tom would murder me if I watched it all without him. Even though he falls asleep half the time, it's beside the point.
Oh, so he'd go Jill Gerberg on your ass. Okay, got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if Connie's ever missing, guys,
it's Tom.
Tom.
It is. It's Tom.
Okay.
And just to put it out there. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, this is another good bonus episode from How to Deal When Shit Gets Real, and we'll see you guys all next episode.